Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you are able to listen to me properly, as well as there is no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. Hello, everybody. I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. Good to see that you have survived the rain. Yes, yes. And the entire Bangalore was actually flooded in my locality. So I live in Belindur. So especially Belindur and Sarjapur, due to we are having a lot of lakes right over here. So whenever a lot of rain happens, all the lakes overflow and the entire all the roads and everything gets filled up with like 1 to 3 feet of rain. So that is the thing, and it was had been raining for the past 2 days, so the internet connection and everything wasn't very stable. Due to that, I decided that it's not great to have like a class, and it's like lagging in the between like multiple times, so you guys won't be able to enjoy it as well. That is the reason why we decided that okay, no issues in that. Let's cancel up this class, and we'll continue from tomorrow onwards itself. Okay, so due to that reason, we will be having the class today and we'll be continuing from right over here. Are you guys able to understand? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand? Please let me know. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. So, yesterday, did you try to practice something or anything like, did you guys try to practice anything yesterday? Do let me know. You guys, so Mayank has revised. That's great, Mayank, to hear. Okay, but yeah, did you guys like practice something that we had like prepared? Okay. So if the sandbox shows error, just reload the page. Okay, and that should be more than sufficient. Uh, Great. We have revised. Okay, that's great. So, can you guys let me know what have we studied in the previous class? Can you guys let me know what have we studied in our previous class, guys? Can you guys let me know what have we studied in our previous class, guys? We studied about the terminal commands. We studied about the node REPL. We studied about the npm. Okay, that's great. So can you guys let me know what is the full form for node REPL, guys? Can you guys let me know what is the full form of node REPL? Can you guys let me know what is the full form of node REPL, guys? That's great. Read, evaluation, print, loop. And what is the full form of npm? What is the full form of npm, guys? What's the full form of npm? Node package manager. Okay, that's great. So you guys remember the full forms and everything. Those who don't remember, no worries. Just make sure that you are able to revise it from right over here. Okay, I'll just let my team know to send the message. I think so there has been some miscommunication. Some of them are still asking if the class has been cancelled or not. Just send one more message on all the WhatsApp groups that the class has already begun. Yeah, just send it once more because these guys, I think so, the pinned message was still there, so people left the class itself. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so today we are going to focus upon two separate things. In the first half, we'll be focusing upon Express. Okay, we'll start with Express itself. There's a lot that we have to understand right over here. Okay, and the second particular stuff that we'll be focusing upon is what to do after this boot camp is over. Okay, so what is the exact pathway that you need to follow to get into a big MNC, or even as a like developer, you can start your own freelancing. So what is the exact things that you need to study for, what is the hiring process, and all those kind of stuff. So we'll be discussing about both of them. Okay. Good evening, sir. When will I get my certificate for the front-end web development? I have 100% attendance. I have also completed my project and submitted it. So, Vision, almost every single time I say that once the deadline, so the deadline for submitting the project is, for example, the 8th of this month. So, first of all, you will not be able to receive the certificates before that. The second thing, after all the submissions are done, that is the last day of submission is 8th, we start off with checking the projects. That takes us about 1 to 2 weeks. After that, you will be getting the certificate. Okay. Okay, great. So how can we cross verify that we have submitted the project of front end properly or not? Abhishek, by submitting it properly. Like we have given you the chance, you can open up the form, check what you have submitted. Okay, so that is how you will be able to check it. Okay, so let's get started with our today's class, guys. Up till now, we have learned about Node.js. Okay, so Node.js, like I've already said to you guys, just provides an environment for JavaScript to function. Okay, it is not something that is just for web development. For example, how many of you are familiar with IDEs or integrated development environments? Okay, how many of you guys are familiar with IDEs or integrated development environment, guys? Can you guys let me know? So IDEs is basically like you are having your VS Code, you are having your Atom, you are having so many different IDEs that you can use at any point of time. Okay, so these are the places where you organize your code, you write your code. It provides you an environment where you are easily able to do development related stuff. One of the most famous IDEs that I used to use previously was Atom. Okay, right now I have also shifted to VS Code, but I like the customization that was there in Atom that I could do. So Atom is also one of the IDEs that has been developed using JavaScript. Okay, so at the base of it, it's entirely JavaScript. On top of it, it's Node.js because it's a desktop application, so the code needs to run in the desktop itself, so it contains Node. But this is just providing you guys a location. Okay, so this is the place, this is the land where you will be able to go and build this particular house. So I've just provided you with the land. That land is basically your Node.js. Okay, that land is basically your Node.js right over here. In the similar way, okay, you need some tools. Okay, you need some tools, you need some machinery, you need some other stuff. Okay, your materials that is just concerned with building this particular building. Okay, that is just revolves around building this particular building. These tools will be different for different stuff. If you want to build a building, that tools will be different. On the same land, if you want to build a pool, the tools will be different. On the same land, if you want to build a forest, the tools will be different. Okay, so all these different stuff you are building, the land is same. Okay, the land is same. Node.js, JavaScript, that is same. But if you want to build let's say an editor, like an Atom is an editor. Okay, so if you want to build an editor right over there, then for that you are having a specific tool that is there, that is Electron. For example, you want to build a website, for that there is a particular tool that is there, that is React. If you want to build the backend of a website, there's a particular tool that is there, that is your Node.js, your Express. Okay, so for every single thing there is a different tool. For every single thing there is a different tool. So the tool that we are concerned with is Express, that helps us building the backend of different applications. Yes, you can use directly Node.js as well, pure Node.js, to build up different websites, okay, to build up the backend for different websites. But that will just make your code look very huge. Okay, you will be spending a lot of time doing some simple stuff that Express has already done for you. Okay, that Express has already done for you. So that is what we are concerned with. So in this particular class, in the first few minutes, we will be learning about Express. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand up till here, guys? Please let me know. Ghanshyam, see, I will be repeating it just once. Okay, once the bootcamp is over, there is a project that you have to submit. The deadline of the project is, for example, on 8th of this month. Then on 8th, when the deadline is over, we will be starting to look at the projects, checking up the projects. It will take us 1 to 2 weeks more to go through all the projects. After that, you will be getting the certificates. Okay. Great. Okay, great. So let's continue from right over here, guys. We will go back to our code sandbox that we had been using. Let me just refresh it once. Okay. And in this code sandbox, let me just open up the live chat on my mobile phone so that I'm able to see you guys as well. Give me a second. Great. So I have opened up the live chat as well. Okay, so let's let's start from right over here. All the certificates will be sent together. Okay, Ghanshyam? Sir, I submitted the front-end project 2 to 3 times and recorded it, but every time I open the project submission form, it opens up in a new page. What should I do now? That is how forms work, Manmohan. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. So let's get started. So this is the code sandbox that we had been using up till now, if you guys remember. Now, what you have to do right now is, first of all, this intro to node folder, we will be deleting it. We have no use of it right now. The first thing that we are going to do is we are going to delete the intro to node folder. So once we've deleted it, as you're able to see, we have deleted the intro to node folder from right over here. The next thing that we want to do is we want to create our new folder where we are going to write all our code continuing further. So if you guys remember, we will be opening up a new terminal. Okay, we are going to open up a new terminal right over here, and we are going to start writing our code. So we need to create a new folder. Let's name it as intro to express. Okay, so can you guys let me know what should be the command that I should type right over here to create a new folder called as intro to express, guys? What should be the command that I should type right over here to create a new folder that is called as intro to express? That's great, guys. mkdir intro hyphen. Did I get the entire intro? Intro hyphen to hyphen express. So as you are able to see, we have got our intro to express folder present on the left hand side. Now to go inside that folder, we will be using cd intro to express. Okay, that will take us into our cd intro to, so it has to express. Once we are into our intro to express folder, as you are able to see, let's just check pwd. So we are into our intro to express folder. Inside of that, first of all, we are going to create our file that is called as server.js. Okay, so to create that file, what should be the command, guys? What should be the command to create a file called as server.js, guys? What should be the command to create a file called as server.js? Touch, touch server server.js. Okay, so that will create our server.js file into our intro to Express. Now we need to initialize our npm inside of this particular folder. So what was the command to initialize npm, guys? What was the command to initialize npm? What was the command to initialize npm, guys? Can you guys let me know? That's great. npm init. Okay, we're going to initialize npm init, the package name intro to Express, version 1.0.0. Description, this is a simple server. Entry point server.js. Test commands, we don't want to have any. At get repository, we don't have to have any. Keywords, no use. Author Shaurya Sinha. License ISC. Okay, we'll continue with that. Is it okay? Yes. Okay, so we have initialized our npm right over there. So let's clear everything up. The next thing that we need to do is install Express. So every time when you don't know anything, just go to their documentation. So we'll just search for express Express, and we'll go to expressjs.com. That is the documentation that they are having. So first of all, we'll go into getting started and installing. So it will show you all the different things that you have to do. What we want to do is we want to use npm install Express. Okay, we want to use npm install Express to install Express as our dependency. So we'll come right over here. We'll write npm install express. That will install our Express dependency for us. Okay, so we don't have to worry about anything. So if you go into your package.json, right over here, okay, so it hasn't created the dependency, but it is already installed, so we don't worry about anything. Okay, so let's clear everything up from the terminal as well. Once you have installed Express, we will go into our server.js file and start writing the rest of the code. So we have installed Express. Now we need to use it. Okay, now we need to use it. Again, go to the documentations, go to hello world. That is the hello world example for Express itself that we are going to use. And so you can refer to it. Of course, I'm going to directly start writing it. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to call off the dependency. Okay, we need to tell JavaScript that we need this particular dependency itself. So Mayank Sharma, I think so I've already made you guys understand about dependency in the previous class, where we were talking about the npm packages that we were installing. Do you guys remember it? Have I told you guys about dependencies when we were talking about the npm super villain class that we had installed in our previous class, guys? Please do let me know. So dependency is basically something. So just think about it. What is the meaning of the term dependency in normal English? To be dependent upon something. Okay. So right now your code is actually dependent upon Express package. Okay. So that is called as dependency. So this particular intro to Express module that you are creating, that is dependent upon your Express module. Okay, so that is called as dependency. No issues in that. So the first thing that we are going to create is const, okay, Express is equals to require Express. Okay, so first of all, we are going to create a constant called as Express that is going to require Express right over here. So that is the dependency that we are talking about right over here. That okay, our current code is going to require this particular dependency that we are going to use further. The next thing is we are going to create a constant app. Okay, we are going to create a constant app that is nothing else but the Express function. Okay, express Express function. Okay, so what we have done is we have created a function called as Express that we have assigned to a variable called as app. So instead of writing Express again and again, we will be able to directly use the word app itself. So that we have done right over here. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand? So this is a normal function call that we have made right over here, and I have like assigned it to the app variable. So instead of writing that function again and again, we will be able to use app. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Great. The next thing that we have to do is app.listen to the port 3000. So guys, have you ever used, or do you have any familiarity? So how many of you have no idea about radio? How many of you have no idea about radio, guys? Can you guys let me know? How many of you guys have no idea about radios, like AM, FM, all those kind of stuff? Like you rotated a dial and it was able to tune into a particular channel. Like those who don't have any idea about radio, guys, like have never used or never seen or have no understanding about radio itself. Okay, so there are so many dumb people in the class. Okay, no issues in that. So a radio is one of the devices that existed in like almost like 5 to 6 years ago. Nobody had like these type of TVs and everything like 10-15 years ago. Everybody used radios at that point of time. So you were able to tune in to a particular channel like 99.5 FM or something like that, and you were able to connect to the bandwidth of that channel itself through radio waves, and you were able to receive their broadcasting, and you were able to listen to music, okay, into your from your own radio itself. So that is how radios work. Okay, so see, even if you don't understand about radios, then there is nothing that can be done for you. You are an absolute piece of shit, and you should be closing off everything, going to into farming or something like that. I think so that should be very preferable for you guys. But still, if you have some understanding about radio, or what I've said to you brought in some memories about radio itself, that's great. So those guys can proceed further into the boot camp. So the same thing works on for a particular computer as well. Okay, the same thing works on a particular computer as well. A computer has, instead of having like multiple broadbands like 99.5 FM or something like that, the computer has ports. Okay, it has multiple ports that are there. One of these ports is the port 3000. Now some of these ports are being used internally by the computer as well. Maybe it's a network port where you are having the network card that is being attached to it. Maybe it's a video port which is delivering video to your desktop. So there are multiple ports that are there into a computer. Okay, most of them are empty. Okay, you can use it for various purposes. Right over here we are using the 3000 port. Okay, why are we using the 3000 port? Because any computer, any new computer, wherever you haven't done any sort of development as of this particular point of time, wherever you have not used the port 3000 up till, like, you yourself haven't done that, then by default the 3000 port is always empty. Okay, the 3000 port is always empty. So that is the reason why what we have done right over here is we have told app to listen to the port 3000 for any kind of requests that it is getting. Okay, what do I mean by that? So whenever a user, for example, I am that particular person, I'm a user, I'm trying to visit your website. Okay, I'm trying to visit your website, so I will be sending a request to the server, to one of the ports of the server itself, to send me the files, okay, that is required to showcase this particular website itself. Okay, so this request that is being sent to this particular port, our app will be continuously listening on that particular port for any kind of request that it is getting. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Yes, that's absolutely right, Dinesh. We are going to create a localhost 3000 website. Okay. So like I said, just like a radio, okay, is able to connect to, so the radio is your end user, it is able to connect to one of the broadbands that is there, like 99.4, 99.5 FM. This in the similar way, right over here, your user will be able to connect to one of the ports, that is the 3000 port. If the user is sending any request on the 3000 port, our app is continuously listening from right over there. Okay, so Punky Ray, do not use any other port. Okay, do not use any other port, because you have no idea whether on that particular port something is already running or not. It might cause some problems with your laptop, and I'm not taking any kind of guarantee over it. That is the reason why I'm telling you guys to use the port 3000. 8080 is fine, or 3000 is fine. These both the ports you can use for making websites and everything, because these are always empty into your computer itself. Okay, 8000, 8080, 3000, these will all be the ports that will be usually empty. Okay, 8080, but always right now we will be using the 3000 port. Okay, we will be using the 3000 port. Okay, why are we using these ports like 8080 or 8000 or 3000? Because we already know that no matter what, these ports are always empty, so we won't be affecting our computer in any way. Now that we have written this particular code, guys, can you guys let me know what should be the command into my terminal to run this particular file? Guys, can you guys let me know what should be the command that I should be writing in my terminal to run this particular file? Guys, can you guys let me know? Imanshu, I think so. You are late into the class. I've already explained what are ports. Okay, so node server.js. Okay, as soon as I'm running this particular line of code, okay, it is getting me port 3000 open. The server is listening on port 3000. You want to it to open, so let's open up the browser panel and we'll come like open it up into a new website. And as you're able to see on the port 3000, we are getting an error that is saying cannot get. Okay, cannot get. So we'll be talking about this in a few minutes, but you are able to see this, guys. This is the port, this is the website for the port 3000. Okay, are you guys able to see this particular problem that we are facing right over here? Okay, great. The second thing that you are able to see in the terminal itself is that it has hanged. Okay, it feels as if it has hanged right over here. You're having node server.js that we have run. Okay, as soon as I pressed enter, it feels as if it has hanged. Okay, so what basically is happening is up till the point that the server is running. So this is how the server is continuously running right over here. Anyone who is getting an access to this particular website, wtob8i-3000.sse.codebox.sandbox.io, anybody who has the access to this particular website will be able to hit up my 3000 port. Okay, will be able to hit up my 3000 port. But now if I want to close my server, what I want to do is I want to enter Control C. And that will close my server. Now if I'm trying to go to that website once again, it is saying 502 error, bad gateway. It is saying 502 error, bad gateway. Okay, so and you are able to see port 3000 is closed. But this does not feel right. Every time I'm running my server and like it feels as if the entire terminal is hanging. I don't know if my server has started running or not. I want to make sure that I'm able to get some message that at least, okay, so your server has started or something like that. So for that, we are going to use an anonymous callback function. Okay, we are going to use an anonymous callback function. So an anonymous function is a function without any name. Okay, whenever you declare a function, you just remove the name of that particular function, so you call it as an anonymous function. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Whenever you declare a function, you just remove the name of the function. Okay, you don't provide any name. That is called as an anonymous function. Okay, along with that, what is a callback function, guys? So I want to create a function that gets executed every time I'm this particular line of code runs, okay, every time app.listen runs, okay, I want that particular function to execute. Okay, that is called as a callback function. That whenever a particular line of code is running, has run, okay, has started running, okay, that function gets executed. The first thing that it does is that function gets executed. So that is called as a callback function. So we are going to create an anonymous callback function, guys. Okay, that is our aim, to create an anonymous callback function. Okay, so we are going to do a comma, function, function, okay, parenthesis, then you are having your curly braces, and you are going to write console.log server on port 3000. Okay, so as you're able to see, we have created an anonymous callback function. Okay, why anonymous? Because it does not has any name, as you're able to see right over here. And callback function, because every time this app.listen function executes, okay, this particular function will get executed. This particular function will get executed. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. So now if I'm going to my sandbox, if I'm writing clear right over here, I'll have to close my terminal, open up a new terminal right over here, cd into intro into -express, and there I'm going to have my server.js right over here. And I'm going to press enter. Okay, I have to write node server.js. I just wrote server.js directly. Node server.js. And as you are able to see, as soon as I've run this particular line of code, we are getting server started on port 3000. Okay, we are getting that in the terminal, server started on port 3000. So our callback function also works. If I'm going to my sandbox, reloading the page, as you're able to see, we are able to get the same page which is saying cannot get. Okay, which is saying cannot get right over here. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Today the class will be of 1.5 hours, guys, so you will have to be patient. Okay, so we are not going anywhere. Yesterday also the class was cancelled, so we'll be extending our class today a bit. Great. So now what does this cannot get actually mean? So there is two type of main requests that you need to know about. Okay, that is a get request and a post request. Okay, so what happens is when the user, okay, let's try to understand this. Okay, let's try to understand this. Let's go back to our drawing board and let's take a pen right over here. So what happens is, for example, this is your user. Okay, this is the computer that is there, and this is the server that is there. Okay, so this is the server. Okay, so what happens is when the user enters any website, okay, where the user enters any website, let's say www.google.com, okay, it sends a get request. Okay, it sends a get request to the server, that okay, I need to get the files, HTML, CSS and JavaScript files to showcase on my computer. I want to get these files. So the server gets a get request. Okay, the server gets a get request. Okay, so that get request, it needs to serve it needs to respond to this particular get request. So once it gets a get request, it responds back. Okay, it responds back with some files. Okay, some files. Okay, it responds back with some files. Okay, so as you are able to see from right over here, this get and request and they respond, this needs to be handled by the server. Okay, right over here, the current server that we have built, it does not handle any get request. It is getting a get request every time that I'm trying to reload this particular page. It is getting a get request, but it is giving me an error that this server itself, the current business logic for this server, cannot handle get request. Okay, cannot handle get request right over here. Okay, so as you're able to see and understand from this, okay, as you're able to see and understand, so we haven't written the code to handle get requests themselves. Okay, and that is the problem. That is the error that we are getting on our website. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are we guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Devesh, give me a glass of water. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. See, whenever a user comes to the website, it enters www.google.com. It sends off a GET request that I need these files. I need the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript files to the server. The server needs to handle this particular GET request. The server needs to handle this particular GET request. By handling, I mean it needs to respond back with those files themselves. Okay, it needs to respond back with those files itself. Okay. Thank you so much, Dinesh. I really appreciate that. Sir, in line 3, what Express is doing? So Express here is a function, okay? That entire Express package we are creating, okay? Okay, so let's get started, guys. Let me open up the code sandbox. Let me reload the page. So do you guys remember the last thing that we studied in our yesterday's class before the entire like guidance started? The last thing, do you guys remember? Please let me know, guys. Do you guys remember the last thing that we did in our previous class, guys? Please let me know. Let me open up the live chat. Otherwise, I will be just asking you the questions and I will not be able to see the answers themselves. Okay. Why is the internet not working? Okay, I've connected to the upstairs. Change it. Now it should be working absolutely fine. That's great, guys. So we learned about your get request, if you guys remember. Okay, we learned about the get request, if you guys remember, that how does the get request works. Like the computer makes a get request, okay, from to the server, and the for all the files that is required, and the server responses back with the files themselves. Do you guys remember that? Please let me know. Ajay Singh Rana, like I've already said, okay, we are a non-profit organization, so we don't have any money for marketing purpose. That is the reason why we asked the students to share the information with 5 more people. Okay, that's excellent, guys, if you are able to remember the get request. So let me just open it up once again. Let me open up the terminal right over here. So cd intro to Express. We are going into intro to Express. We are going to start our server, that is node server.js, and we are able to start our server on port 3000. Let us open it up on a new page. And as you're able to see, we are getting cannot get and then a /. That means we need to handle this get request at the server's end. Okay, that is the thing that we need to do at the server's end. We need to handle this get request. Handling a get request is actually pretty simple. So you are going to have app.get, okay, and then inside of it, you are going to take up 2 parameters. The first parameter is where do you want to handle this particular get request. So for example, let me just show it to you guys. when I write something like this, okay, man, you are a millionaire, you can't even afford marketing. So code bulletin, like I said, never confuse your work with your hobby. This is just my hobby. I'm not going to like burn my money on my hobby itself. If I want to buy something, I will buy a house. That is an investment. I'm going to get a return out of it. I will invest in stocks. I will invest in something else. Right over here, if I'm putting my money in, I'm not getting anything back. I like teaching, so I teach right over here. And why should I waste or invest my money that I earn by working the entire morning onto right over here just so that I'm able to teach a little bit more? Even if there are 5 students in the class, I will still be teaching. That is my hobby. Okay. So let's see right over here that we are having google.com. So whenever you write www.google.com right over here, then it is basically taking you to the root page. Okay, it is basically taking you to the root page. If you are able to see right over here inside the website as well, you are getting cannot get at the root. Okay, at the root of the website, you are not able to get anything. Now there will be other things as well. There will be an about page. Okay, so as /ABOUT about /contact /something else as well. So there will be many other routes that are possible. Okay, this is the home route. Okay, this is the home route or the root of the entire website. When you write www.google.com, it is taking you to the root of the website itself. By root, I mean ROOT. Okay, ROOT, that is the root of the website. So right now when you are handling the get request, you need to handle it for each of these possible paths. Okay, right now we are going to handle it for the root of the website. That is when we are loading this website, that is the home page, that is the root of the website itself. So right over here, this app.get, which particular path does it handle? That is the first parameter, and that is our /. That is the root of the website itself. Okay, that is the root of the website. Okay, the next thing that you have to do is you have to create a anonymous callback function. Okay, that is going to handle your response. Okay, the request has been made. Now you need to push up the response. So what happens when this get request is received at the root of the website? A response needs to be generated, and that response is going to be generated with the help of an anonymous callback function. Guys, do you guys remember we studied about anonymous callback function in our yesterday's class? Do you guys remember that? Please do let me know. Please do let me know, guys. In our previous class, we talked about anonymous callback functions. Do you guys remember it? Great. So that's the exact same thing, because whenever we get a response, our server is going to send back, get a request. Okay, we get a get request. Okay, so our server should be able to send a response, and for that we are going to use the anonymous callback function. So let's create an anonymous callback function. As it's anonymous, we don't have to specify any names right over here. This particular function again takes up two parameters inside of it. Okay, two attributes associated with it. That is the request and the response. Okay, REQ and RES. That is how you should be writing it. Of course, you can write it as anything. Okay, you can write it as Shaurya and Sinha. That is totally up to you. But according to the standards, the conventions, they should be written as REQ, that is the request, and RES, that is the response. Okay, so first of all, let's check what is the request. Okay, let's check how a request looks like. So what I'm going to do right over here is I'm going to console.log the request that I'm getting from the browser. So the browser, okay, the browser, that is the user, is sending a request to the server. Let's first see how that request looks like. Okay, so once I've saved this particular code, I'm going to go back into my terminal. I will make my terminal pretty big so that you guys are able to see what is happening inside the terminal itself. Control C to end the server. Once your server as ended. We'll be running it back once again. First, let's clear it up so that everything looks neat and clean. You guys know how to clear a terminal, am I right? How to remove the gibberish. I don't know if I've told you guys or not. You just have to write clear clear and it will just clear it for you. Okay, so I don't remember if I've told you guys or not. I think so. I'm coming in middle of the things. I'll just move myself to the other corner, and I think so that should be more than sufficient for you guys to see everything that I'm typing. So let's write our code. Server.js node server.js. We will be running our server.js files once again. Okay, we'll be going back to our website and reloading the page. Let it reload completely. Give it a second or two. As you're able to see in the console, we are able to print the request. This is the entire request that goes on from the browser to the server itself. This is the entire thing that is being printed right over here is your request that is coming from the browser. There's a lot of information that has been passed on right over here. You can go through the entire stuff. What is the default encoding? So you can figure out a lot of different thing about the about the computer, about the browser where it is coming from using this request itself. So that is the thing. Like many people say that I want to study cybersecurity and everything, and I tell them very frequently that how can you study about like cracking a safe without actually knowing how to build a safe? Okay, so if you know how to build a safe or the different techniques that are there, then it becomes easier to figure out pathways on how to crack it as well. So that is the thing. So right over here you will be able to see a lot of different information has been sent to us as the request itself. Okay, are you guys able to see this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please do let me know. This and see, I'm scrolling for I don't know how much time. So right over here, the languages that it accepts to showcase it is like English. Then you are having something else as well. There's a lot of cookies that are there. You are able to have a lot of priorities that you are able to see. The IP addresses as well, I think so it should be sending up that as well. Okay, so there's a lot of different things that it is able to send, a lot of different information about the same. So the root, as you're able to see, is the home root right over here. Okay, so that is everything that you need to know. The next thing that we will be focusing upon is how to respond back with something. Okay, so right over here, if you are going to the website, you are able to see that. Let me show it to you. This is just too big for me to read. So basically it is saying that the browser is working fine, the Cloudflare that is there, it is working fine, but the server hasn't responded back with anything. Okay, it is handling your GET request, it is handling your GET request, but the server isn't sending back anything. It is not responding back. Due to like we haven't written the code for responding back to the same. So what we are going to do is we are going to again close down our server and we are going to respond back. Okay, to respond back it is very simple, res.send, and let's see that we are going to send hello right over here. Okay, so we are going to respond back with a hello. Okay, so we are getting app.get, okay, / function request and response, respond.send, okay, hello. That is the callback function that we are having, that every time you are getting a GET request at the root of the website, I want you to respond back with a hello. This is what it is saying right over here. So let's save it. Okay, let's save it. Let's go back to the terminal. Let's Control C and clear. We are going to run the node server.js once again. We're going to go back to our website, reload the page. This time we are able to get a response back, as you are able to see, that is hello. Okay, we are able to see a response back that is hello right over here. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to see this response? Please let me know. Using the response.send method, you can not just send some text, but also some HTML as well. Let's say that we want to send hello as an h1 tag. Okay, that is, we want to make the hello big and bold. So if you are saving it right over here, this makes this is the HTML tag for the h1, that is the heading tag. For example, when you look at an article, the biggest and the boldest letter of the article is called as the heading. So the h1 tag makes the text look big and bold. So if you are going back to, let's reload the server, restart the server right over here. Let's go back to the website. Let's reload the page. And as you're able to see, now the hello is big and bold. So we are able to send some HTML text as well to as a response to the GET request that we are getting at the server. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Can I send like whole HTML file? Of course, you will be able to send skill hunters library tree. You just wait for it. There's a send file method that we'll be using at a later point of time. Okay, not right now. Great. So next thing that we need to look at is one of the problems that we are facing. So one of the problems that we are able to see right over here is every time that I'm writing my code, okay, I have to stop my server. I have to do a control C, stop my server, and then restart my server after every piece of code that I'm writing. And this is not something that we want to do. Okay, we want to make sure that the current server is continuously running and it is able to refresh itself whenever I'm making any kind of changes inside the code, because this is very tedious. Okay, for that we are having another dependency that is there. Okay, that is the Nodemon dependency. So let us look at the Nodemon package. Okay, let me open up the Nodemon package right over here. So this is the package that we are going to install right now. That is the Nodemon package. We are going to do a npm install -g Nodemon. Now this -g is something that is new for us. Now -g or -g, as you are able to say, means global installation. Okay, so right now when you are doing npm install something, it is just installing it within that folder. Okay, the npm that you have initialized within that folder, it is able to install it for just that folder itself, and you don't want that. Okay, npm install -g make sure that it's a global installment, okay, throughout your entire computer, okay, throughout your system path itself. That is what we are going to do. So I don't want to like write the entire thing, so I'm just going to copy paste it. Okay, so npm install -g right over here. Let's clear it up. Control V. Okay, and as we are pressing enter right over here, it will start installing our Nodemon for us. Okay, so once that we have installed Nodemon, okay, as you are able to see, to use Nodemon, instead of writing node server.js, we are going to write Nodemon server.js. Okay, instead of writing node server.js, we are going to write Nodemon server.js to start our piece of server. Okay, small piece of shit. Let's get started with that. So Nodemon server.js. So as you're able to see, Nodemon has started our node server.js right over here. Now, any kind of changes that we are making right over here, what will Nodemon do? Nodemon will compare those changes. Okay, it will check whether if there is any kind of change within the previous code and the current code. If there is any, then it will refresh the server. It will stop the server and will restart the server on its own without your interaction. For example, if I'm changing this hello to hello world right over here, if I'm saving this, as you're able to see, okay, as you're able to see right over here, okay, node restarting due to change, starting Nodemon server.js, server started on port 3000. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand Nodemon? Please let me know. And how does it work? Do you guys have any questions, any queries up till here? Please let me know, guys. Do you guys have any questions, any queries up till here? Please do let me know. So similarly, just like we have created a GET request for the root of the website, we can create other pages as well. For example, right over here, let's create a about us page, about us. So we are going to have a /about about. That is the website that we want to go to, and we are going to send an information about me. So, hi, my name is Shoris Sinha. Okay, and we are going to put an h1 tag right over here and an end closing h1 tag here. Let's save this. Okay, so as you're able to see, as soon as I saved it, Nodemon restarted the server for me. Okay, so we'll go back to our website, and as you're able to see, we are reloading the page. We are getting hello world on our website. But to go to the about me page, we are going to have a / at the end of the URL, about. Okay, so that will take me to the about page, that is, hi, my name is Shoris Sinha. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. So as you're able to see, you can create multiple differences, okay? Multiple different like web pages for the same page, okay? The about me page, the home page, the landing page, the other pages as well. So that is totally up to you. What if we are face any errors while installing Nodemon? So Likita, use the code sandbox, okay? Just like I have used it, you won't be facing any issues, okay? Just control S. That is how I'm saving my stuff, my code and everything. Okay, so it works like a normal code editor itself. You don't have to worry about it. Are you guys able to understand up till here, guys? Please let me know. We'll keep today's session a bit short, okay, because yesterday we had a very long session, so do not worry about it.